Not hours, but minutes after the last update dropped out, I started seeing people on social media saying things like the Pininfarina Battista was absolutely dead, that the Pininfarina Battista was no longer useful, and things like that. And I was quite surprised because some of these people were actually quite skilled players. So I started having a look at some videos about this topic and things like that because I wanted to be sure to say the most accurate thing about this change regarding the Pininfarina Battista, not only about its handling, but also looks like about its new acceleration and that kind of stuff. So I really hope you all enjoyed today's video where I will explain if the Pininfarina is absolutely useless or still is useful. So with no more delay, let's get into it. So after checking in deep the clips right before and after the update, I have two things to tell you guys. The first one is that the difference is extremely hard to spot, and the second one is that the Battista wasn't the only card change after the update, because as you can see right now on the screen, a few other top class S cars were changed, especially the Bugatti Divo, which actually now accelerates slightly faster, and the Bugatti La Guatona, which actually accelerates slightly slower right after the update. But the fun thing is that actually these changes are so small that most of you guys, even me, I won't even realize that the Bugatti Chiron Super Sport actually accelerates 2 frames faster or slower, or anyway, it's like the change is so small that barely anyone will ever realize. But the main thing on this video is the Pininfarina Battista, so I will jump back on the main topic. Okay, so for those who actually wanted to say the Pininfarina Battista absolutely dead, I have bad news, and the bad news are that the Pininfarina Battista still holds the best speed recovery of the entire game, even after this update, because let's remember that before this update, this car speed recovery was just broken, was just so OP. And now it's also really good, but it's not as extremely good as it used to be. I mean, this car still has the best speed recovery, but it's just not as broken as this car used to be. So chill a bit, guys, because this car speed recovery is still the best of the entire game, just that it's not as good as it used to be. And yes, I'm well aware that it means that this car will lose many of the world records it used to have on many tracks, but well, it still has the best speed recovery, and there are still many cars that you can use to make world records on any track. So there is not a big deal, I mean, on saying that this car is absolutely dead, because the point is that the car speed recovery is still really good if you compare against other good speed recovery cars like the Rimac C2, the Koenigsegg Regera, or the Asphalt Owl, among others. This car speed recovery is just so good. The problem that is not as broken as it used to be, but well, at the end could have been a way worse. I am well aware that many of you guys were on your way of fueling upgrading this car. I'm well aware that many of you were just a few upgrades away of fueling upgrading this car. But let me tell you that this car still holds the fastest speed recovery of the entire game, and that many people used to upgrade the Rimac C2 despite not being any king or something like that because of its speed recovery. So if you are on your way of fully upgrading your Pininfarina Battista, go for it, because the car still is one of the best cars of the entire game. Of course, it's not as broken as it used to be, but it's a really good car, no matter what others tell you. This car has the best speed recovery as for now, and as long as I'm aware, there are no plans of including any super good speed recovery car in a near future. So the thing is that even in a close future, this car will still be the fastest speed recovery of the entire game. So if you are close to fuel upgrade this car, go for it, because still is the best one, and in the near future will still be one of the best speed recovery cars of the entire game. So going for it is actually a smart decision in my opinion. But of course, as always, I will be reading your opinions in the comment section. Let me know which are your thoughts about this car, and if you think that the car is actually quite good, or that is no longer a super big car, as it is right now. But anyways, I will be reading your comments. Remember to claim your subscriber rewards. Stay tuned at the channel because more things are coming in the future and I will be the first one to tell you guys about them. So with no more delay, I really hope you all enjoyed this video and I will see you really soon with much more Asphalt. Goodbye guys.
They can beat it, I'ma get it, I'ma grab it, man. Take it, never receive it, I'ma make it mine. I'm explosive like a mine. I've been working every time, yeah, I do it on the grind. I'ma shine, yeah, every single day. I'ma kill this competition, cause I'm going so insane. Hey, I really go so insane, yeah, I guess really ran through the pain. But I'm just back on my path and I fixed it, now it's really all okay. So I ain't gonna waste, yeah, my chance and just my time. So I'ma be a monster, I'ma kill him, this is mine, yeah, yeah.